Hi guys, first I want to wish you a happy new year and I wish you lots of beautiful and hot girls in your bed in 2013. My friend Chris asked me to do this video only specially for you guys, for members of True Seduction Group. And today's video is going to be about the day game because I heard there's lots of interest about the day game and how to do it in direct, natural and efficient way. So I'll tell you a few things that I know, and basically I'm specialized in a day game. So let's start. First, let's talk about difference between club and a day game. Day game is much easier. It is although much slower comparing to the club. So basically results and sexual escalation, it is much slower because she's not prepared for sex, for something sexual to happen, like for example in a club. And that's something you have to kind of take into consideration when you are running a day game. Because girls are simply not ready and basically you get them off surprised. And that's the big reason why the girls like, meeting guys on day. Because it simply doesn't happen that often. It is more mysterious, it's more interesting, it's more like a wow, it was written for us to meet during the day. In the club, everybody is approaching her and you are just one of many guys that approach you. And that's why girls it's still very special, when she meets someone on day game. So, yes, that's why it is easier. Because one more big reason is, in most of cases, she's going to be alone or with one friend. So there is no music, there's no loud clubs, there's not a lot of competition, drunk guys. So you don't have to deal with all the other things that you have in a club. I mean, that's why the club is kind of more like, for advanced levels of the game. So, let's see what else is there. So you have a couple of situations on a day game, where you can meet the girls. So basically it's two things. Either she's walking or she's standing. So basically she's active, like walking down the street on a square, or she's standing or sitting somewhere. So basically she's stationary. That's something to take into consideration when you are basically planning what you're gonna do there. If she's walking, first you have to kind of stop her, so she stops, and then start conversation. If she's sitting, you don't have to stop, you just come there and kind of start conversation, and in conversation you go and sit down. And that's very important. As well, there's a situation when she is working, which we're going to cover a little bit later, and that's kind of a little bit different way. What I found out is that on day game, direct game, basically you being honest, being direct, works much better than bullshitting around, running indirect game, like, hey, let me ask you something, blah, blah, blah. It still works very well in specific situations, but in general, basically while teaching in the last 10 years, I realized that basically direct gives you more results, faster and better results. And girls love it more when you approach them because you're showing balls, dominance, I'm the man, I'm the man, you are the girl, I'm here to seduce you. You have to be very, very efficient and very calibrated while running direct game. It's it is a sense that you're going to develop while doing it. For example, if a girl is standing waiting for a bus, you cannot come, to her like in a club, hey baby, you're so fucking sexy, I want to get to know you. You have to tune down your direct game to minimum. So you can come to her kind of tap her on the shoulder, say, or not even tap, you can just go around and say, you know what, I don't know why, but I really like you. Who are you? What's your name? And a handshake. Try it. Just say, you know what, I don't know why, but I really like you. Who are you? What's your name? If you have balls, basically for more beautiful girls, you can skip I don't know why, you can just go straight, you know what, I really like you. Who are you? What's your name? Deliver it with a pause, with dominance, with confidence. What in 90% of cases, she's going to start giggling, smiling, she'll be all nervous, which is good. So yeah, for openers, you should only use direct and the version of direct because, see, once you open a girl with direct, you're actually showing something. You're actually displaying something about yourself. you're dominant, you're confident, you have balls, you're sexual. You are above her because you are choosing her. It's like, I like you. Who are you? What's your name? All of that, 5, 6, 7 things will cause attraction in her body. Why? Because that's something that unconsciously she's looking for in a man. And that's problem with indirect, because in indirect, when you approach like, hey, let me ask you something, blah, 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 you are not conveying anything besides friendliness. And then, of course, then you need like a 10,000 routines to convey. You're dominant, you're confident, you're sexual. Here with direct, you don't need routines. That's why I call it a natural game, because you're just projecting your natural characteristics in the best positive way. So even if you're insecure, if you just come there and say like, you know what, I like you. Who are you? What's your name? You will project confidence and dominance. And then eventually, you're gonna start feeling better and better about it. So, how to get, I know that's the most interesting things, how to get fast escalation to the sex and how to get a phone number fast. See, and that's the problem with the day game. Getting, in a club as well, getting the number very fast, like under a minute, which is possible. There are techniques for it. I can teach you how to get a phone number on the opener. But that number in 80% is gonna be a flake. Either wrong number or she's not gonna answer her phone. Why? She forgets about you. She doesn't know anything about you. So the rule is that in order for a number to be valid, for a number to be real and basically to have a date out from the number, you need to talk to the girl for like at least 5, 10 minutes. I would say 5 minutes is enough, 5 to 7 minutes. Especially on a day in a club, you have more time. On a day, you have less time because they're all in a hurry somewhere. So 5 minutes is 5 to 10 minutes. The more, the better. Because the more conversation you give her, the more she's going to know about you and you know about her. The more that conversation is going to be, relationship is going to be valid. And therefore, the bigger chance is that you're going to see her again. If you get a phone number, which is possible under like a 30 seconds, she's going to forget about you like within the next 2 minutes. And then you have like a totally new different problems, basically how to unflake the number. And so I strongly suggest you first learn not how to make a shortcuts, you first learn how to get a solid, proper number. It's like anything else in your life. If you're driving a car, first you want to learn how to drive the car slowly and basically learn all the techniques and everything, and then you can go faster and faster. The more confidence you have, the more skills you have, experience you have. Same thing in a game. So, how to get a number? Basically, getting a number has to be smooth. And that's something that that's very funny. If you do everything perfectly, but you kind of fuck up or you hesitate or your delivery sucks of the number, it's not gonna work. She'll feel something is wrong and I don't like, something is wrong with this guy. She's not gonna give you the number. That's why it is important to everything from beginning till end has to be smooth, in the same energy, same it just has to flow. Then she feels good, she feels, relaxed, and she's feeling like everything is going the way it should go. So, the technique, the very special technique how to get a number, basically the formula I found that works the best is 3 pieces. First, pace the reality. Or what are you doing? You know what? For example, like you're talking with a girl on a square, and you say, you know what? This conversation is really amazing, it's really going fun. Secondly, create future plans. We have to continue this some other day. You know what? Let's go to the park one day and just walk down the park. And 3, call of action. Here, write down your phone number. So, pace the reality of what's going on. So don't bullshit. There's no here, this is not indirect game where you're bullshitting, creating things. Pace what is going on. Pace the reality. So I don't know, if she's running on her way to her job, then you're gonna say, you know what? We are both in a hurry. We are both running to the job. Let's get a coffee one day. Create future plans. Here, write your phone number. So, pace the reality. Create future plans. Call of action. Here, write down your phone number or email or whatever. Phone number is better. So, one more time. Every situation is going to be different. That means that you have to change it for basically your phone thing for every situation, for that specific situation. I don't know, if your friend is waiting you there, you can say, you know what, my friend is waiting me there, I have to go. I love this conversation and we have to continue, create future plans. I'm taking you out on a date on Wednesday so we can continue this conversation. Here, write down your phone number. One more thing, very important. Once she types in her number, make sure you call that number. So she gives you the phone back, call the number. You're doing two things. You're checking, is the number right? Secondly, she is going to have now your number in her phone. Write down her name and make sure make sure she writes down your name on her phone. So she's going to have your name. She's going to have your number. Just that is going to increase probability of a date for like 70%. Because she has your number, and once you call, it's not some unknown number, sending text message or calling her, it is a real number. And that's really, really important. And see, and then you have to eject. Basically, then you have to say, okay, it was a pleasure meeting you, it was fun to meet you, bye. Always, that's something, that's kind of inner game thing. Always eject, end the conversation on the positive energy. So basically, once you are leaving, make sure you leave positive energy within her or the group. No matter how bad it was, if we're like, fuck off we don't want to talk with you. Girls, it was pleasure meeting you. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy your night. Bye. Always leave, eject on a positive energy. That's how you're going to get rid of approach anxiety in the long term, because your brain is going to start writing nothing but positive things happens. Because you cannot get rejected. You always leave positive energy there. And then basically you're going to start feeling less and less of uncomfort while approaching girls. That's kind of the natural way to do it. I mean, it takes longer time than basically I can do it. I can get you off approach anxiety in 1 or 2 days. If you're doing it by yourself because you don't know what you're doing, it's going to take you like weeks, months. But okay, you have time. So, the next thing I want to talk about is what to do with the number. See, once you have the number, the rule is, the shorter the conversation was, you didn't have much of time to talk with her, the sooner you have to send a text message. So if you spend 2 hours with a girl, it's not necessary to start texting her like 10 minutes afterwards. But if you spend like 3 minutes with a girl and you got the number, then it's very likely she's going to forget about you within 2 hours, 3 hours. In that case, you'll start text messaging after 15 minutes, half an hour. Why? To create ping pong. There are some good templates. Good templates for text message you can find on my website, badboylifestyle.com. There are like good kind of day game templates that you can like send instantly, and it's going to give like good response back. And basically the next thing is how to get on a date. See, what I like to do is, if a girl liked you kinda, and you're talking to her like, on a street, in a mall, and you see she likes you, the best thing you can do is stop the conversation and say, you know what, let's meet tonight. Same place, 8 p.m. Why that? Lots of guys are trying to push. If a girl likes trying to push her, to fuck her like in a mall, in a toilet or somewhere, which is unlikely to happen. Why? Because she didn't take a shower, she didn't prepare herself, she's not dressed for the sex. It is very likely that, it's going to have lots of logistics. See, for girls to have sex with you, she needs to prepare her body. Needs to take some basic things, take a shower, shave, and do other things to prepare for sex. And that's the problem with a day game. In a club, they go out prepared, most of the girls. In a day, they're not prepared. I mean, she's just like, going back from a job, from her work, or she's going to the office, or she had meetings. So it's most likely she is not prepared. That's why you stop the pickup and say, you know what, I have to go to the meeting, but I would love to see you tonight. You know what, cancel whatever you have planned for tonight. I'm taking you out on a date. 8 p.m., we're gonna meet there. Still get a number, and that's what you do. And then basically, you are given like a 4 or 5 hours to prepare, to get ready, so she's enough time to go home, to prepare for the date, to cancel her things, and come on a date ready. And then you start sexual escalation on a date. You push it all the way to the sex, if it's possible. And that's it. That's how you run a day game, to the same night. What's very useful in a day game as well is Insta dates. If you see conversation is going really well, don't just be flexed and just kind of you're talking with her. Take her somewhere, let's go for a coffee, let's, move her around the bar, let's go buy, I'm buying some perfume, come with me, take it to like, to perfumery shop. Take her anywhere. There are so many things in a day to do, like, ice skating, use the things, use the surroundings around yourself. Use the world to help you to seduce the girl. That's what you do. Insta dates are really, really the best tool ever, basically the best concept ever, because you are enjoying the world right there with her. You are creating new things. Basically, the date starts right there, not like on the evening. The date starts right there. In some situations, that's possible. It is her logistics. It's something that you have to understand. There are your logistics. Where did you park the car? Do you have condoms? What are you doing? What are your plans? Do you have the cell phone with you? There is her logistics as well. She has a life as well. Her scheduling, her family, what she's doing, did she took a shower, she has a period, she doesn't have a period, how she's feeling, what she's doing afterwards, how much time she has, is she hungry, is she thirsty? There's her logistics. Lots of pickup guys, lots of players, they forget that she has a life as well. And that's something I simply have to explain you. Because you guys sometimes forget that. She's not only an object, she has life, she has logistics as well. And you are trying to fit your logistics into her logistics. That's why, you cannot always expect that with every girl you're going to go on an instant date. No, if you feel that she has some free time and she's not in a hurry, perfect. Try to move on for instant date. If you say she's in a hurry, you know what? Let's meet tonight. Fuck it. Get a phone number. For situations when she's working on a day game, for example, like perfume shop or like an Armani or something, actually, that's something that I really love to do, is, the working girls, the girls who work in shops. And actually, the better shops, the better brands you go, the hotter girls they're gonna have. So if you go to, C&A or H&M, some like a bullshit stores, you're gonna have kind of low quality girls working there. On other side, if you go to Armani, you go to Prada, Burberry, you're gonna have the top girls, Gucci, you're gonna have the top girls, the hottest girls working for them. And in most of cases, they're gonna be bored. So here's a little secret for you. Find out the mall or the shops with really a good quality shops, top brands. Monday morning, Tuesday morning, when there's no traffic, when she's bored, go there. And this is what I like to do. So you see her. Basically, it is better if there's no or few people in a shop. If it's crowded with lots of people, you're gonna have lots of problems. So you approach her, and here, going full direct may scare her because she's on the work. And it's not the problem that it doesn't work, it's the problem because lots of shops, they have cameras, and they have managers there to check if she's just chatting with people, she's flirting, what she's doing. So basically, you have to understand, in the shop, it is her job on the line. So basically, whatever you're doing, from the camera point of view, who is supervising her, it has to look like she's selling. And that's something you have to kind of understand. So basically, from outside, still has to look like she's selling you something, if her manager is supervising her. But from inside, you're picking her up. And that's kind of very like fragile frame to create, kind of. So this is what I do. This is what I specialize in this. So I will go to the shop, let's say Armani, and see a beautiful girl working there. I will approach her and say, you know what? Can you help me? I'm trying to buy something, a gift. I'm looking for a gift, for my niece. She's, I don't know, 17, okay? I want to buy something really nice for her. And then she starts running the sales mode on me, okay? Yes, this is indirect, but soon, within like a minute or two, I'm going to switch indirect to the direct. I'm just using indirect for the opening because I need a shopping frame. So she'll start selling me things, this is amazing, why don't you buy this? I'm like, I don't like this. And she's like, this is amazing, this camp is really nice, why don't you buy this? Girls love this, but I'm like, be very hard to sell. Like, she doesn't like, blue collar, She's like, what about this? I don't like the style. And then you choose an area. Then you say, what about that thing down there on the opposite side of the shop, where basically there's no or less people? Basically, you need some kind of quiet corner with no people kind of seeing you, hearing you. So basically, I'm going to purposely isolate her like that. So what about that scarf down there? Is that good? She's like, yeah, that's good. And then basically, we're going to go there to the scarf area. And I'm like, yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice. And then I'm going to hold the scarf. So basically, the camera she's still selling me. And then I'm going to look her, say, you know what? Actually, to be honest with you, I didn't approach you to ask you about stupid gifts. I approached you because I really liked you and I want to get to know you. So who are you? What's your name? And then you start. So basically, it's called reframing from indirect to direct. So basically, you first destroy the frame, you created the shopping frame, and then you replace with a new frame. To be honest with you, I didn't approach you to ask you about gifts. I approached you because you are so damn beautiful. And I want to get to know you. So who are you? What's your name? And then handshake. And then you're starting like a pickup. That's where the pickup starts. So basically now you have the proper territory, groundwork to start the proper pickup, seduction. And now you're getting to know each other. So basically now you can so what kind of music do you listen? It still has to look like she's selling you something. So you can talk about music, but still kind of play with the scarf, kind of start putting things on. Yeah, this looks nice on me, so you like it? But still try, talk with her like you're not in a shop. So start creating connection, go wide and deep. Open lots of topics, go into the music, sports, her hobbies, things. Create connection, conversation. Talk with her, and then there's one more problem. How do you get a phone number from the shopping girl? You cannot use traditional, hey, give me your phone number, like this, because people are watching her, her supervisor is watching her, the cameras are there, you cannot be like, hey, write down your number. So you have to be very undercover. You have to play it smoothly, nice, so the number is not that visible. Here's the trick how I do it. So after a 5 minutes conversation, you say, you know what? I'm really enjoying this conversation. I understand pace the reality. I understand you have to work and you are not allowed to talk with, with your customers. So here, what we're gonna do. Actually, you can put future plans as well. Let's go one day for coffee. So here, what you're gonna do. Go back to your desk, fully commands. Go back to your desk, take a pen and paper, write down your phone number and your name on it. I'll come there, pick it up, and take you for a coffee one day. Strict commands. So here is what we're gonna do. Go back to your desk, take a pen and paper, write down your phone number on it and your name, and I'll call you. We're gonna go for coffee one day. All the time you see girls in shops writing something on a paper, so that's kind of totally normal. Basically, you're playing under the role what she's already doing in the store. So basically the pickup is not visible from outside. Because remember, it happened to me couple times that I had problems with managers because I was picking up girls there. Actually, girls had problems with managers, not me directly, because they told me later that her job was on the line. She almost lost her job because of she was like half an hour talking with me, and so that's why you don't want to spoil her job and her career there just because of one stupid phone number, one stupid date, or sex. So that's why try to be careful. It's going to be easier for both of you. And I really hope you're going to start going out and using these things. And see you soon.